Do you want to connect with your partner? Meet in the middle. I'm Lisa, Love and Marriage Guide. I'm a relationship coach, a marriage and family therapist, and a yoga teacher. And I have found that most women like to connect through talking, but that's actually not the way that men like to connect. Men like to connect often through physical activity. And it's actually not very comfortable sometimes for men to connect through talking because women have all kinds of expectations about how that's going to go and what they want. And men don't often understand. They typically want to problem solve instead of validating and understanding and reflecting back what they hear, which is what women want, mostly. But we all actually want the same things. It's just that we have different strengths. As women, we've been socialized to tend to relationships and to caretake and to smooth things over and to communicate for connection and for understanding. As men, men have been socialized to compete with each other and to push down their emotions and be tough and be strong, or what they think of as tough and strong. So because of the ways that we've been socialized, we're very disconnected from each other. And it's sometimes hard to figure out how to meet and how to connect with each other. So I think that sometimes women's expectations in relationships are really like, they're often disappointed because men just haven't been socialized to tend to relationships, to understand relationships, to communicate for connection and understanding. Men haven't been taught the same way. So we're coming at it from different perspectives. And sometimes it doesn't even matter whether you're male or female. I'm female, but I was raised to believe that I should push my emotions down and be tough. And tough was not being emotionally vulnerable. But it wasn't realistic. It's not really realistic. And I learned that I'm a very sensitive person and that it wasn't strong for me to be pushing down my emotions and having them surprise me and shame me when I least expected it. And then I became afraid of my emotions. What was strong for me was to learn to identify my emotions and to take care of them so they didn't pop out at all different times when I wasn't expecting them. And so we need to be able to forge this connection with each other and recognize that we're coming at it from different places. So whether you're male or female or however you identify, we all have been socialized in certain ways, which affects the way that we interact with each other. And so we all have different ideas about what is safe connection. So find out from your partner what feels safe to them and kind of identify what feels safe to you and see if you can find a place to meet in the middle. I noticed that talking face to face with my partner a lot of times ended up in a negative cycle or an argument. But I notice when I walk with my partner and I talk with my partner when I'm walking side by side with them, that they naturally relax and start talking and it's more relaxed. We don't argue as much. And then I found later that there's actually physical evidence that the brain relaxes when you walk and talk side by side. Not run. We tried that, but your heart rate goes up and then you start arguing. So that's one way that we connect. Another way is that, like, I really love karaoke, but my partner hates karaoke. So I always wanted to go for karaoke dates when we went out, and that was not really what he was looking for. But he likes jazz, and I don't like jazz. But he found like a form of jazz that I like a bluesy jazz, which I appreciate a lot more. And we found a place to go for bluesy jazz that we both enjoy. And we can talk a little bit, we can eat, we can connect, and we can appreciate the music together. And then I found a place where we can go do karaoke, but we can also like take a break from karaoke and go over to another side of the restaurant and talk a little bit and then come back to the karaoke. or a place where we could play pool or play darts or do something and then come back to the karaoke. We don't always have to be in the karaoke. So you can get creative about like, what is safe connection for you and what is safe connection for your partner, and how can you find those experiences where you can connect together. So I wish you happy connection.